Hi, today we're going to see how to create a disintegration effect in Gimp. So first we need to remove the background here from this person here. I will put the link of this image in the description box. So first I'm going to use the fuzzy select tool. So here are settings I'm using for the fuzzy select tool. Make sure in the mode you're selecting add to the current selection. So now I'm going to left click here and then I'm going to add here until I select all the background. So here it is. I'm going to add this part here. So here it is. And now I'm going to increase this selection here. So I'm going to increase it so that it will go inside here, the person, to remove any remaining white background here on the edges here. So go to select, grow. I'm going to increase it by 1 pixel, press OK. Now make sure your layer has an alpha channel. So right click on the layer, add an alpha channel, and now just press the delete key on your keyboard. So here it is. And now go to select, none. So here it is. So now I'm going to select the scale tool, left click the layer, and now keep the control key down here while scaling to scale it proportionally. So I'm going to scale it up. So here like this. And now I'm going to move it here like this. So here I'm going to scale it up. So here like this, and now press enter. And now right click on the layer, layer to image size. And now I'm going to create a new layer. So click on this icon, fill it with transparency, and then press OK. And now place it under the person layer, this one here. And now I'm going to change the foreground color. So select the gray color. I'm going to select this gray. So the HTML notation is C9, C9, C9. Press OK. Select the gradient tool. Make sure the gradient is FG2BG RGB and the shape is radial. And now I'm just going to trace my gradient. So now I want the gray to be outside. I'm just going to switch between the foreground and background. So here like this. So I think I'm going to place it here. So here like this, and now press enter. And now select the person layer. So now I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to name the bottom one warp. So here it is, press enter. And for this one, I'm just going to name it person. So here it is. Since I'm going to use on the warp layer here, I'm going to use the warp tool. So select the person layer. I'm going to hide the warp layer for now. Add a layer mask to it. So right click, add a layer mask, and then check the white full opacity layer mask and then add. So on layer mask, the black represents transparency and the white opacity. So now if I want to remove some parts here, I'm going to use the black color. So I'm going to turn the foreground and background colors to black and white by click on this icon. So here it is, and now select the brush tool. I'm going to select this brush. I'm going to put the link of this brush in the description. So it is Dispersion Brushes 2 ABR006. So here it is. Make sure in the dynamics to check the track direction. It's before the end. So here, this is the basic. So if you left click, go down. So here it is, right before the end. So now with the foreground color as black, make sure you're on the layer mask. So now I'm just going to reduce a little bit here the size of the brush. So here's the spacing I'm using, here are settings I'm using. And now I'm just going to left click. So here, as you can see, the brush is moving with the direction of the cursor. So here like this. So Control Z to undo if you don't like some parts here. So here it is. So now I'm done with this part. So I'm just going to add some parts here. So I'm going to remove here. So like this. So now I'm done with this one. So I'm going to hide it. I'm going to check the eye icon here on the warp tool and then select it. So now I'm going to use the warp tool on this warp layer. So select the warp tool. So here it is. Here are the settings I'm using for the warp tool. And now I'm just going to distort here my layer. So here it is. And now just select another tool here to confirm the warp. And now I'm going to add the black layer mask to it. So right click, add layer mask, and then check the black fill transparency layer mask and then add. So here, as you can see, you can't see anything since the black represents transparency on the layer mask. So now I'm just going to paint the paintbrush with the same brush I used. So this dispersion brush I used before on the person layer with white. So I'm just going to switch between the foreground and background. So now if I click here, so here it is. So Control Z to undo. So now I'm going to show the person layer and make sure you're selecting the warp layer, the layer mask here on the warp layer. There's a white outline. And now I'm just going to paint here like this to give it kind of disintegration here. It's kind of it's coming from the person here. So Control Z to undo if you did a mistake. So here, for example, I'm going to increase a little bit the brush. So now I'm going to reduce brush size. So Control Z. So just play with the size here. So now I'm going to increase it here. So here it is. Now, once you're done, I'm just going to merge down all the layers. So click on this icon to merge down first time and the second time. So now I'm going to add vignette to this layer here. So go to filters, light and shadow, and then vignette. And I'm just going to adjust the vignette. So here I think it's okay, press OK. Now I'm just going to add some colors to this layer. So I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to add a gradient map to it. So I'm going to duplicate it. So for the foreground, I'm going to select an orange color. So this orange color, here's the HTML notation, EC9, E16, press OK. And for the background color, I'm going to select a dark color. I'm going to select this color here. The HTML notation is 7E5609, press OK. And now go to colors. So this is the top layer here, layer copy. So go to colors, map, and then here gradient map, and then left click. So here it is. And now I'm just going to change the layer mode. So change the layer mode to soft light. So here it is. And now I'm just going to reduce a little bit the opacity. So here's the before, here's the after. You can still, for example, raise it. So here like this. So right click now, new from visible. So here it is. That's how you can create a disintegration effect in Gimp. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and till next time.